How's it going, guys? My name is Yeti or Dagon. Hey, because whatever. I like silly jokes, and yeah, this is my new episode one, Wildy Locked Iron Man. Even though I'm not in the Wildy right now, but it took a little bit of setup, so I'm just gonna quickly run through kind of the rules and yeah, everything that's sort of happened so far. I didn't realize, but on a previous account I'd disabled all the RuneLite pictures and screenshots, which is why I don't have any previous recordings. But I can just go through. So if you take a look in the chat, um, I have completed one Slayer task because to get Cristelia tasks, i.e., wilderness tasks, you need to have at least done one Slayer task. She just cold shoulders you if you haven't, and unluckily or luckily, I guess, we got goblins. So I sorted them in Lumbridge, and yeah, going on to actual stats right now. I've only leveled up attack just on the goblins. I suicided a bunch of times when I attacked the goblins and so on and so on. And I have 15 agility just for the wilderness shortcut. I've tried to keep the skills as low as I possibly can. The wilderness agility shortcut will give me XP when I do the monkey bars in Edgeville. I did 15 mining for the minimum requirement for iron in the wildy, and I got 15 smithing. This is obviously very heavily inspired by Wildinator, which I'll provide links to his brilliant series in the description below. You have to bear with me because it's the first time I've done this kind of content, and I've seen I've watched many hours and hours of um, other other YouTubers and the like. So hopefully I'll get more crisp and clean as the series goes on. But yeah, I got 15 mining, just mining copper. I dropped it as I did it, and then I got 15 smithing. And when I got 15 smithing, I got it on the what they call the turnstiles, the wheels, water wheels in Motherlode Mine. And then I realized I could have superheated the like any kind of ore that I got, any kind of ore drops that I got in the wildy, and then it would that would have locked it, gated it behind mage, but I could have gained that XP in the wildy. So my apologies there. I was a hardcore Iron Man at the time, but in the view of trying to unlock everything before I stepped in the wildy, and then kind of lock myself in the wildy with a couple of conditions to be released from there for certain things. Um, I went and did Rune Mysteries so that I could then do the Abyss quest, so that I could, in essence, unlock everything to do uh, the Wilderness Easy Diary and give that as a starting point, as a start to end episode one with the Wilderness Easy Diary. I think that would be a good goal. And I have obviously gone for that on previous accounts. I'm complete new to this. I just am to kind of most of the worldy parts and interactions. So going on to quests. The only quest I have done is one quest point for Rune Mysteries, and did it save it? There's a lot of quick hopping. I'm not sure it saved it, but yeah, I died because running from the Wizard's Tower up past the Draenor jail. I was looking at the map, or I had my map up, and then I was back in Lumbridge and I died. So yeah, my hardcore Iron Man lasted a while, but I couldn't face restarting because I'm going to die stupidly in the world anyway. It's part of the parcel. So it is what it is. Yeah. So the kind of the rules. The reason why I'm recording now is the kind of normal rules for a worldy locked Iron Man is to try and only gain XP in the worldy wherever possible. And I the reason why I've started recording now is because let's make something clear. My tasks are done. Yes, understand. I must kill things in the world. I just wanted to be here for this. 91 zombies. Holy crap, that is a lot of zombies. Okay, interesting. Right, so we've got our first worldy assignment. I was just showing this account now so that I think I'm more or less ready to start. I'll just quickly run back to the bank. and see the general rules will be. I'll try and get maybe a screenshot or a link to the rules down in the info box below as a slight twist on what other people have done. Mainly Wildnator and statistically challenged before him. If you haven't seen those series, I'll provide the link, and they're amazing and inspiring, and hence why I'm doing this. Yeah, so in essence, only gain XP in the worldie wherever possible, or you can only obviously obtain drops in the worldie. You can't leave the worldie for much reason. But I thought a nice caveat on that, because I'm inevitably going to be slaying a lot of revenants. I don't have to go through the pain that Wildnator had to go through at the beginning. I probably will die plenty of times, and I'll try and get back to the Ferox Enclave. I think that'll be another early goal. I don't know how easy it will be to earn 5 mil from scratch. What I thought about doing was perhaps I can earn. I'm trying to think where I could donate the money to, but maybe I can complete quests outside of the worldie, or I can complete quests, anyway. But there's a 5 mil cost. So I don't know whether there's some kind of donation that I would have to do, or whether I'd simply just drop 5 mil onto the floor, or turn it into. I think you can make it into platinum tokens or something. We can say how much I've paid to do a quest, or whether I have the 5 mil in my bank in my inventory and do a quest on PvP Worlds, and if I get killed, as I'm sure I would, then it's a donation to whoever wants to thirst me. So that's sort of it, and kind of roll the next clip. So here we go. Do I want to enter the worldie? Hell yeah, I do. Am I gonna die plenty of times? Hell yeah, I am. Oh, mood change. That's gonna get annoying, so I probably need to learn how to disable that. But just to show you, I did have a 2.5 key in my inventory. I did have a little recording of me dropping it and going over a couple of points. But in essence, to sum up, I think it was. I've only got stuff from Tutorial Island in my bank currently, and yeah, I know right now I have a task of 91 zombies, but I don't think I'm anywhere near strong enough. So to the beginning bit is just going to be me getting a couple of stats up, and I think I'm just going to attack some big rats over here. Or maybe I might have to go train on spiders first, but I'm looking for food in essence, which is why I'm over here. So gonna chop some wood, make some fires, burn some rats, and go from there. Yeah, here we go. That is 2 defense. Yeah, sorry. I know I'm idle, but that is 2 defense, having a face off against a rat. It was me versus 2 rats, and so far I'm winning. Do I save? I don't think I saved the normal bones. But yeah, it's been going well so far. I'm going to die to this rat, so I'm going to run away. Now, I'm just going to rinse and repeat. Ooh, do I get any benefit from killing an imp? I don't think so. It's taking a rather long time to stop this. Here we go. It's going to be the first. There's going to be many firsts in this episode. Hello? Light the log, please. Please light the log. I'm dying out here, man. There we go. That's nearly a fire making level as well. Cook the rat meat. And boom, level 2 cooking as well. I might have to disable those level ups, but yeah. So yeah, this is a little brief little intro on what I'm going to be doing. I'm just going to be whacking up, probably going 10 all stats, but obviously 5 defense, or 5, 10, getting 10 all stats, and then I might run around once I've got like half an inventory of rat meat, some actual food. I'll run around trying picking off like the steel sword. Obviously, I do eventually want to get down to the plate bodies. That's where the majority of my money is going to come from early game. But try and I don't know, get a looting bag, feed 50 plate bodies, and then start buying runes, and then pick off lava dragons. And hopefully from lava dragons, obviously I'll get a lot of dragon bones that might get me to something prayer. So yeah, there's a wheel of I want to say fortune just because that's what my mind's telling me, but there's a little circular plan in motion. I mean, early game wilderness is most of the same. There's another option as well that I have where I could just go run over to, I think, the graveyard. I think it's called the Graveyard of Shadows, and just pick up the bones there and run over to the Chaos Altar and just use normal bones, which I might do later on if I do die here. And with this log, any second now. Come on, we've been burning logs for the last half an hour, and now suddenly we can't burn anything. There we go. And that is 10 fire making, almost 10 wood cutting, and we're past 100 and past 100 total level. Yippee! So the level 6 rats were absolutely kicking my ass. I was spending more time like one chopping and waiting for my HP to regen than actually doing any worthwhile damage. But I believe it looks up here. We now have a steel sword, which is oh so nice. I never thought I'd be excited about a steel sword, but here we are. There are some rats back here, so I think I might just train on the lower level rats over here, and we'll go from there. I just missed the level up message there, boys. But that is 10 woodcutting. I'm probably going to be, I might try and prioritize woodcutting because the log, the canoe system to get back to Edgeville or then to get to the Ferox Enclave, I think it's something like 58 or 64 is way wickedly high. But it gives me something to probably set AFK because obviously once I get to 15, I can just wood cut oaks on the edge of the worldy. I don't think there's any willows in the wilderness, so that's going to slow things down a bit. But it just means I can AFK while editing the video, or yeah. There's also, if I can see him again, there he is. Yeah, there's a thug right there. I need to check the Revenant drop table, but it's a 1 in 128 for him to drop a steel axe. So I don't know whether it's worth honestly farming him to get the steel axe before I start going on a big woodcutting grind. I'm just doing this to let my health regen, and then I'll probably go back to the giant rats again, trying to get more food. And it might even be worth killing a thug. I don't think I've ever killed one before, so who knows? Exciting content coming soon, apparently. And that's 15 fire making. I can now burn oaks. I mean, I don't know if there's any point getting up fire making in the worldy. I know eventually you need it for an elite task. I think you have to burn a magic log. But I probably should have focused on fletching as always. But I think early range is going to be taken up by making iron knives. So yeah, I mean it's just something to do in the meantime because I'm going to have to chop a bunch of oak logs eventually for the Wacker canoe. I believe it's 58 or 54 and then 58 are the two different woodcutting levels I'll eventually need. I'm thinking about attacking the looter I mentioned a couple of clips ago, or the thug, sorry, for a steel axe. It seems a bit pointless because I could, I'm trying to do is get like 10 all stats or something, get my hit points up a bit higher, then kill more rats again for the food. But I need to head over to the steel plate bodies as soon as I can, or even go to the bandit camp here and then just fish for shrimp and anchovies, and it's a constant source of food. I just wanted to get my hit points up a bit already, so I can hopefully tank and get to here. Then fish and cook a couple of inches of food to allow me to get to the steel plate bodies, and that unlocks mage. And then I've got either the lava dragons to get the fire staff or a lava staff, or a couple of rune drops and the bones, etc., to get my prayer up, or even there's fire dragons. There's fire giants in the caves down here, I believe, in the deep wilderness dungeon. And killing those actually, fire battle staff I believe is a 128, 1 in 128, sorry, for a fire battle staff. And then also I think they drop steel axes. You've got green dragons that drop mithril axes, and obviously the dragon bones. It's going to be hard trying to. I can safe spot them with mage, obviously, but it's going to be very risky doing that before I've got an anti-dragon shield, which again if I'm going by my rule of sort of getting attacks in the background, if I'm going by my rule that quests cost me 5 mil, or I might drop it down to something like 2 mil. That seems a bit more fair overall. But yeah, I'm also happy to take feedback and instruction on what you think the quest should be locked behind. Should, do I pay the 5 mil toll, or do I only do it in the PvP world? Something like that. Let me know what you think. So just to give you a brief update of what I've been up to. I've got Staffs of Earth. I kind of went through a gauntlet of pain in that I was trying. I was over here, obviously killing the rats, trying to earn meat. That wasn't really going well because I was consuming the rat meat as I was trying to cook it or burning it, and so I was like, oh, no problem. I'll run over here and I'll fish and I'll earn, my shrimp and stuff that way. And that didn't really go well. Well, I had to run up. I'll show you. I had to run up behind because the bandits. I think I'm in a free-to-play world at the moment, just to help get past the bandits because they're level 110 in members worlds, and they can hit tens. I found out. So they were two hitting me as I was running past, just to try and fish, and I'd have to de-aggro, and sometimes I'd aggro them by running in and trying to cook, and so it was horrible. What I've actually been doing then is I fished an inventory or so of food, just to get a bit of food under my belt, and then ran up to the lava maze as kind of expected. And because I only had shrimp, I found it a bit awkward to get over. I got over here. There's a Staff of Earth spawn. There is a knife spawn somewhere here as well. So I picked up a knife, so I can go back and do fletching should it prove useful. I don't know if it necessarily will. I just think fire making is kind of pointless at the moment, and I'll get logs eventually through monster drops. So maybe just do fletching. At least I don't have to move around as much. Unless I'm going for total level. I don't know. I'm undecided on what I should do when I actually do the wood cutting, because I still want to aim for the wacky canoe. But in the meantime, I ran over to the Staff of Earth spawn. There's one just past here. There's a hill giant here, and I was running out of food. And then I've done it before where I've gone all the way to the steel plate buddy spawn, and then you get your head caved in by some lesser demons. Even if you kind of wait out and hide behind the chest that's down here, getting all the way back out, I don't have the food. So I've done it before where I've got to less, used up all my food and eaten everything, and filled my boots with my so the looting bag, and then my inventory with steel plate bodies, and then I don't have the the run energy because I'm way overburdened, and I get to there's just too many things as back nights, and I'm only on at 12 max of 12 HP. So I've been stacked out before and died and just lost like 2 hours of progress, sort of sitting here waiting for the aggro, waiting for energy spawns, and yeah. So I just went for the Staff of Earth, and the main reason why I was here is because this is my first 10k on the account, like legit 10k plus money. I've literally just been hopping world and selling these at one at a time because they sell for 900, and then you can either wait. I think it refreshes every minute, or you can hot world, and the second one, the first one sells for 900, the next one sells for 855. I legit might just sell them all for 900 just because that will give me about 40k ish. Buy some supplies and bits from here, mainly the hammer and the chisel, just so I have it, and maybe a bronze pick. I don't know. Stack a couple of these in the bank. I only have to do it one time because then it doesn't matter if I lose it when I die. Just grab another one from the bank, and it's useful to know that this is here regardless. I don't think there's anything else that's useful. And then that's the kind of plan. So once I've sold this inventory, you might even do it and stack up to say 100k and just spend the entire afternoon, because obviously it's Christmas, spending time with my family. I'm just derping around on my phone and my tablet just while doing this, and get say 100k, and then full send it. I can buy as many runes as I want. Get a couple of k's worth of mines, and then I can finally go to the lava dragons, and then hopefully the ball will be rolling. But at least then, if I get say 100k, I can buy, I don't know, 5k mind runes, but the different bolts or strikes. And even if I die at lavas, it won't be the end of the world. Whereas if I go now and try and invest and go straight away, I'm probably, if I die, it's probably going to set me back So that was kind of update. First 10k in the account, probably going to go maybe up to 100k. Obviously, Rev's Cave, I believe, is 100k entrance as well. Yeah, I know. I do. I do understand. I'm trying to keep these clips as succinct and as clear as possible, but there's going to be an awful lot of setup in the beginning episode or so, and then once the ball gets rolling, hopefully, once I get a couple of drops, depending, then we can go from there, and I'll update you as and when I get the levels. Or the next update will either be me, with 50k or 100k, and this is what the levels are looking like. The fishing and cooking obviously is quite hard when these stack you out for 10s. So again, do I go back and get up my HP? But that's why I wanted to buy a bit of money and start doing defensive casting and get up my mage, and then my HP will go up by itself as well. I'll actually become a lot more resistant and resilient. I also need to buy a team cape from this guy as well to give me a tiny, tiny bit of defense, which I'll probably forget to do after this clip either way. But yeah, that's the general update. I hope that's become clear. I mean, it's all, part of me thinks, oh, this is way too obvious, but also, I just want to bring you along on the journey, and as I learn, and if you want to educate me, if you got any feedback as I'm doing it, then sure, drop it in the comments. I'd be more than delighted to hear what you guys have to say. So as you can see, the here's my inventory with the 50 to 100k that I promised. Oh wait, following on from that last clip, I swapped over to my tablet, went and spent some time with my family, and as I was hopping one by one through the worlds, back at the wonderful Bandit Camp. I don't have the dialogue again because it was on my tablet, but I was hopping through the worlds, and I had to tend to something, had to put the tablet down for a second, and no joke, I was in the world for less than a minute. I had myself trapped in here, nothing could hurt me, and there was a guy, must have been scouted, I don't know what, but I was killed for everything. So ensued the next, no joke, 4 hours. This was back at, I think I recorded the previous clip somewhere at like 2 or 3 in the afternoon. We're now at nearly 10 o'clock at night where I am. I know I haven't been playing this entire time, but I've been playing on and off while watching films and stuff in the background. And I've just been going through a gauntlet of pain, trying to get back to the bandit camp. If I do it in a members world, obviously there's level 100 and some things. Because I thought that I'd mistimed it. I'd hopped to a world, and there'd just been a level 110 in here, and it had just killed me, which made no sense because I should have, I'd lost aggro or whatever. And then I realized that I'd been killed because I had no gravestone, so I had no recording. Maybe if I can find the screenshot of it, I can show you. But just a gauntlet of pain of trying to get back here, trying to get a looting bag, and then getting stacked out by a 110 bandit that had been over here. And because it hit 10s, I would just insta-die before I even realised. Spawn at Lumbridge, walk all the way up. There was about a half an hour period where I thought I was losing my mind because I'd get into the wildy, and there was even one point where I jumped into the wildy up here, and then, baby, something happened with the baby, so I had to quickly put the laptop down, and that's fine. And I got stacked out by a skeleton here. So I've made absolutely zero progress, and here I am once again back at the all the same rules apply. I'm back here, Staff of Earth, spawn, and honestly, I don't think I can be bothered trying to sell these one by one. I'm gonna get a full inventory of them, run over to that freaking shop, sell them all, and then just bank the money. And if I have enough, obviously I've got a lot more food this time, so I am learning slowly and painfully, but I think I'm just going to sell everything and just take the hit. I'd rather just get 25k, 30k or something instantly sell everything. I know I was an idiot for bringing my whole cash stack, but I didn't know that people are so thirsty in the free-to-play worlds that they camp that shop. It was soul destroying. So I think I'm losing my mind, but Merry Christmas, guys. Huge sigh. I don't know whether it's because my software recording is messing everything up or whatever, but I just hot world, I lagged, and then as I loaded into the world, I got stacked out by demons, which I thought weren't in combat with me anymore. I thought I'd lost aggro on them. So pain, guys, lots of pain. So the other thing that's really frustrating about dying there is I use all my food, getting a full inventory of food, getting there, and then I die, and obviously I had nearly a full inventory of food and got stacked out. So I need to go and cook this meat and run back. But out of the last 6 hours, this is what I've got to show for it. And this money I've made more money from random events in the wilderness than I have actually making any money, any money making effort of my own. Master Series, guys. Another cool and frustrating thing I've found. Obviously, I'm trying to run back. I've got 5 minutes to try and get my loot, i.e., probably a load of food and not much else. You can't woodcut anything here. Like, you can't woodcut anything here. You can't put anything in vents. There's nothing around the around Ferox Enclave. I'm gonna die to a dragon now. You just can't woodcut anything. You can't use it on trees because nothing interesting happens, as it says there. So yeah, life is pain. Life is so much pain. Okay, and take 2. Okay, so we finally made it. 6 hours after Slaughter Now killed me. We finally earned 40k, and my god, I am so thankful. I forgot to buy anything in the bandit thing just to stock up some of my supplies. I can always do that later on. As you can see, I've got literally nothing else. I've kept a couple of steel plate bodies just for the defense. I've still got a couple of steel swords, but we can add this to the bank. And thankfully, we finally have money. Now, I'm going to go and get runes, and it might surprise you what I actually use them on, because I've got an idea on how I want to progress the account. And so I'm probably going to wrap it up here to kind of surmise what sort of happened. These are my stats. And I've got nearly 10 attack, 15 strength, 5 defense, 4 prayer. A couple of side stats as well. I had to go back a couple of times to do some fishing and cooking to stack up a bunch of shrimp. Not the best foods, but... And then I went and got some steel plate bodies, went and got some earth staffs, and finally managed to sell them. So we finally got some money in the bank. The first 40k in the account. I feel like we finally achieved something. It has taken about 9 hours of progress, which for anyone who actually has half a brain and isn't being distracted by family, they could have done it probably in a couple of hours. But again, I'm not playing this up to me. I'm just playing to have fun, and my heart is pounding because I've finally got some money, and now I'm going to lose it probably in a whole another silly way. But we'll wait for the next video to see what happens with that. Thanks for watching, guys. If you've got any feedback on like sound quality, if I should have music on in the background, if there's other ways that I can do this, I do record these clips individually. Stickwind, I think I'm using. DaVinci Resolve is a video editor. I'm not sure. It's the best one I could find so far for what it does. I'm probably not even using it optimally as well, but any feedback at all on what you want me to do and how you think I should present it, then I'm all ears. And thank you for watching. Peace out, guys. Bye for now.